sky's the limit, you know. I'm really glad where I am now, and I'll try to push my limits for sure, and who knows where the limits are.
She's a great player, good fighter. I saw a lot of matches of her, and she's playing really great tennis. On the clay court, she feels really comfortable, hitting a lot of slices, changing the rhythm, so that's really a tricky opponent to play against.
She's playing very fast, so we'll just, you know, sit down with the team and try to find a way where I could have a chance to win a match.
The main thing is that I have to stay calm no matter what, and I just have to believe in myself in a tough situation and just do everything I can to win this match.
Tough match ahead. I'll try to do my best to make it complicated for her.
Match comptant pour les demi-finales du tournoi de dames à Roland-Garros 2023. Première joueuse rentrée sur le court et 43e mondial. Elle était demi-finaliste à l'Open d'Australie 2021. Elle est de la République tchèque. Voici Karolina Muchova. Elle rentre accompagnée par Charlotte. Et elle s'est opposée à la numéro 2 mondiale, vainqueur de l'Open d'Australie cette année, Aryna Sabalenka. Qui rentre accompagnée par Paul Augustin.
Sabalenka introduced as the world number 2. She could be world number 1 by Sunday night. She has to either win the tournament or hope that Świątek loses before the end of the tournament. Doesn't defend her title, basically.
Yeah, a lot on the line. I mean, it's been some year, hasn't it, for Sabalenka, winning Australian Open, and has really made some improvements to different parts of her game. Calmer on the court, able to manage her emotions.
Yeah, really, there's a threesome that have emerged at the top of women's tennis now. These two plus Rybakina. Shame that Rybakina had to pull out because of illness.
Carolina, this is Paul Augustin and Charlotte, and they will do the coin toss for us today. Guys, can you turn around?
Umpires Katarzyna
Ladies, we had just a few reminders. The clocks are on top of the scoreboards, and there will be one here as well. And for the towels, Aryna, you're going to have the gray one, and you're going to have the orange one. And we're going to have a photo that direction after the coin toss. Any questions? No? Voila? Oh. Maybe we should. Yes.
She forgot something.
Heads or players or player or ball? Ball? Player. Once again. Player. Receive. Stay. Yeah. Let's have a photo that way. Yeah.
Photo souvenir pour Paul Augustin et Charlotte. Face au photographe, Paul Augustin.
It's quite an important part of the coin toss, isn't it? Choosing.
Well, it was a very nice coin toss, but he can boast that he's the only person to toss a coin twice in a match at Roland-Garros.
Practice run.
Yes, indeed. Right, let's have a look at the two players contesting this first women's semi-final. Karolina Muchova is 26 years old, from Olmutz in the eastern part of the Czech Republic, now based in Prague. Moved there to further her tennis playing. 1m80, is 5'11". She's ranked 43. She's 24th coming into Roland-Garros on this year's form. She will be at least 19th next week. An all-court player rising up the rankings following a series of injuries to neck, back and Achilles. Sorry, abdominal. Back, Achilles and abdominal. Broke into the top 20 in 2021, reached a career high of 19 in May 21, but then had that run of injuries. She was a semi-finalist at the Australian Open in 2021, so this is her second Grand Slam semi. She beat Ash Barty and lost to Jen Brady in that Australian Open. Quarter-finalist at Wimbledon, 21 and 19. Her best until Roland-Garros until now was third round. It was her worst surface, but this was her run to the semi-finals and looking very, very good. Emil Mischke on the left. Oh no, that caption was wrong, I'm afraid. Did say in the notes we got from the WTA that Cortese was still her coach, but they stopped working together last couple of months of last year. And Mischke was her former coach, and she's back with him now.
Cette saison, elle était en quart de finale à Auckland, Dubaï et Indian Wells. C'est sa troisième participation. Ici, elle a éliminé Sakkari au premier tour, qui était numéro 8 mondial, Podroska, Begu, Avanassian et Pavlyuchenkova pour se qualifier pour cette demi-finale. Elle est de la République tchèque, Karolina Muchova.
Aryna Sabalenka, 25 years old, from Minsk, capital of Belarus, 1m82, is 5'11½". World number two seed. She's number 1 coming into Roland-Garros on this year's form and will remain very much so. Australian Open champion, plus she won titles in Adelaide and Madrid and was runner-up Indian Wells and Stuttgart. If she wins the tournament, she will be world number 1. She beat Iga Swiatek in the Madrid final, but lost to Swiatek in Stuttgart. She has 13 titles to her name. She's been in finals on all surfaces. She also has 6 doubles titles, including 2 Grand Slams, the US Open 2019 and the Australian Open 2021, both with Elise Mertens. And look at her run through to the semi-finals. No sets dropped. Very, very impressive. And that's Anton Dubrov, her coach. And like Muchova, she had never been beyond the third round here. Third round in 2020, 21 and 22.
Elle est numéro 2 mondial, vainqueur de l'Open d'Australie, Aryna Sabalenka.
1 minute.
Yeah, it really has been a consistent year. I mean, last year, particularly the first part of it, had real issues with the serve that she's talked about, and really made some technical changes, which has made a big difference. And you see there's spent a little bit less time on the court. Not sure how much of a factor that'll be. Muchova, who lost 1 set herself, and certainly felt the last couple of matches that she's got through in straight sets have just allowed her to feel a bit fresher. I mean, the big thing for her is the fact that there's no injuries, and that's been the biggest reason why her career's been so stop-start. That was the match they played 2019 in Zhuhai, almost 2 hours, that one. So it was a tight match, but I think it's a totally different situation today, semi-finals of a slam on a different surface.
Yeah. There's one stat that I saw which was fascinating, and that's that Sabalenka was over 7 double faults on average per match last year. On this year's matches, she's been down to 3.5, so she's halved it.
Yeah, I mean, there have been technical changes. We've got a biomechanist into the team to really look at it and analyse the serve, and it's made a huge difference, and she's much calmer on the court, managing herself, where we've seen in the past that's been an issue, playing with better shape. As I say, you know, there's always going to be winners and unforced errors, but she's managing those numbers really well.
Well, we have the brass band in. They will be
Premier manche.
Serenading us at changes of ends.
Au service, Arena Sabalenka.
Sabalenka to start the first of the two women's semi-finals at Roland-Garros 2023. Slightly fortuitous start.
15-0. Kenza. Honkens.
Lovely balance on that forehand.
Honkens.
Muchova trying to use the slice backhand to change the rhythm, make it difficult for Sabalenka, but moved up to that ball really well.
Jeu Sabalenka. Premier jeu.
As expected, Sabalenka's been hitting the serve and the returns with a lot more speed than Muchova. Muchova, who is a player that has that ability to disrupt her opponents, plays with more touch and feel. Use of the slice backhand, likes to get forward. She's got forward more as well. Not always easy to get forward, though, when you're playing Sabalenka with the way she hits the ball, but Muchova will certainly be trying to mix things up out here, put the ball in awkward positions.
Au service, Karolina Muchova.
Muchova, love one. Muchova has been in a Grand Slam semi-final. That was in Australia in 2021. Can imagine her being quite nervous today, though. Lots happened since then.
Well, it has, and I mean, she's a calm person. She's got good composure on the court. But, yeah, you'd think that there will be obvious nerves in this one.
Kenza.
She's generally a player who thrives on the quicker surfaces. That's why this is generally her least effective surface. But she's played a lot on it.
Honkens.
Well, that's the slice.
We can see how effective it is. It's almost checking up on the court. It's not got a lot of pace on it, stays low. Sabalenka didn't quite get her feet in the right position.
Court was sprayed just before they came out, so it's equivalent to being in about the 4th game after being sprayed. I suspect that as the set wears on, that ball will stay a little higher, bounce a little higher. That's very nicely played. The slice is an aggressive weapon.
It's one way of dealing with the slice. Slice back and movement through the ball as well. Just allowed it to move through the court.
Flat. Premier service. Muchova.
Well, any nerves that there are will benefit from that service hold.
Jeu par tour.
A couple of errors from Sabalenka, which may well dry up as the set wears on. Sabalenka, 1-1. Oh, fascinating rally and really good defending by Muchova.
Great defence and really trying to play with a lot of shape on the forehand side and complementing it with the slice as well, which had good depth, but too much air time. But Sabalenka dealt with it well. It just shot through the court.
Zero.
Oh, it's a long way long.
35.
An effective block return from Muchova.
Honda.
Good defending by the Czech.
Yeah, yet to make an error herself. It's been 5 from Sabalenka.
We know Sabalenka will make some errors and she'll also overpower her opponent. The question is, what comes on which point? That's well played. Fascinating match. Almost a throwback to the 80s here, all this slicing.
Well, mixed as well with the higher ball off the forehand from Muchova. It seems to be the clear tactic is playing that shaped ball and then carving down the back of the ball on the backhand side. But It's a good response again from Sabalenka. Using the slice herself, that time with the drop shot.
Jeu Sabalenka.
I think she meant that. Sabalenka taking that last point by the scruff of the neck. Leads by 2-1. Opening set.
I think as expected, Chris, in terms of what we thought both players would look to do. Obviously, Sabalenka, that is her A game, looking to play with power, try and hit through her opponents. And Muchova with the variety. No, she's going to have to defend well. We've seen that with the court position. She's a lot deeper behind the baseline compared to Sabalenka. Ankle strapped there, of course, had to pull out of a match last year. 3-love down in the third set. She'd already had treatment for a thigh issue, and then she went over on her ankle.
Can easily happen on clay.
Yeah, against Amanda Anisimova.
We saw with Zverev last year.
Asseyez-vous rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Les joueuses sont prêtes. Merci.
Muchova. 1-2. Attempted serve and volley from the Czech.
15-0.
No volley needed because the serve was good enough.
She's come in a fair amount so far. It's more than double the amount of Sabalenka.
She's getting that big serve working now. She places it well. That should give her a handful of cheap points.
Roland-Garros.
She didn't need to play the volley, but I like the fact that Muchova was in behind that forehand up the line.
She knew that she got Sabalenka in trouble. So far, she really is mixing the play up well.
40-30.
And that will happen. Don't put quite enough on the serve, or put it in an awkward position. Sabalenka will step in.
Flat. Premier service.
Powerfully struck return of serve from Sabalenka. I like the move from Muchova, just that was such a crisply struck return.
A lot of power on it.
Avantage, Sabalenka.
See, it's dipping down very quickly. I mean, not an easy ball to deal with around the service line.
Yes, my reaction too. Break point, Sabalenka. Good answer.
Disappointed there. It was actually a decent serve. It's close to the line, and for once Sabalenka wasn't able to get onto it.
We've lost the sun for a minute, but I don't think for very long. Only a few clouds in the sky.
The wind's certainly picking up.
It is, isn't it?
Not easy out there.
You can hear it against the effects microphones. Yeah, Sabalenka's getting a little bit in her eyes. A little bit of the top dressing. Fine clay particles. Oh, that's a great point. Shame Sabalenka's volley was out. But such clever defense by Muchova.
Avantage.
Really was great court craft. This is what we've been talking about, her ability to really put balls in tough positions. Have a lot of room then. Balls dip down low, just got it a little late there, Sabalenka.
Jeu Muchova.
Muchova holds serve, having saved a break point. And you can hear from the richness of that applause, the crowd are getting behind her. This is a crowd that knows it's tennis. They know that she's doing something different. The use of the slice, the willingness to come to the net.
Very clear in terms of what her plan is out here.
Yeah, Sabalenka's plan is to get as far forward as possible. She's hitting more than half her shots inside the baseline. Muchova is hitting most of hers from behind it, at times well behind it. Sabalenka 2-all.
Zero points.
And what's fascinating is that the potential for Muchova's backhand to undermine Sabalenka is matched by Sabalenka's potential to hit through Muchova.
That's the battle, isn't it?
It is, and it's wonderful to watch such a contrast. Muchova got very close to that.
Kenza.
Not sure whether she thought about moving around and using her forehand. Contributed to her not quite getting in the right position.
Flat. Premier service. Conference. Conference.
This is Sabalenka box.
Jeu Sabalenka.
23 minutes of this fascinating match.
Sabalenka mène 3 jeux
We
à 2.
remain on serve. Sabalenka leading 3-2. I'm loving this.
Well, we were expecting that this maybe be the match that might be the match that would be tighter and fascinating given the way that they both play. And again, it'll be the goal for Muchova. She can't afford too many unforced errors. She'll be aware that a lot of this match she's going to have to be defending and try and break Sabalenka's game down that way. Whether the experience of Sabalenka, been in these stages a little more often, obviously winning the Aussie Open, that must make a big difference. Whether that will
Reprise.
be a factor at some stage.
Muchova, 2-3, first set.
15-0.
Great placement with that serve from Muchova right in the corner.
Lovely move. Played a little safe on the volley, but just did enough with it.
I thought it was a smart volley.
40-0.
Just plays it short enough. Doesn't move through the court and reach Sabalenka. Just enough bite on it to keep it low as it bounced.
40 love.
Kaonkens. Muchova.
Favouring the serve out wide in the deuce court.
3 jeux partout.
Even at risk of a few sizzling forehands coming back.
Actually, her average first serve speed is a bit quicker than in her previous matches, Muchova. So aware that it's got to be decent against Sabalenka. Just keeping the percentages high as well. 70% of first serves have gone in.
Sabalenka at 3-all.
Let. Premier service.
There was a chance for Muchova. Sabalenka did not get hold of that backhand.
15. Kenza.
Missed by some way.
Oh, what a shame. It was a harder shot for Sabalenka to hit than it looked.
It was. I mean, she had to move pretty quickly to get up to it, and it was so close to the net that it wasn't easy to deal with. Muchova would have been disappointed to have missed that. He almost ran into it.
Oh, she's missed it. It's a good first volley from Sabalenka, almost behind Muchova. And Muchova just having a look at the second serve. I think she was implying that that was a double fault.
Yeah, I think so, but it was some get with the lob. But to get enough height on it, Sabalenka almost falling backwards when she played the smash.
30 all. Oh no. Another good move. Just messed up the volley. And Sabalenka has been going for the lines and finding many of them. Holds to lead 4-3 first set.
Certainly some opportunities in that game for Muchova. A couple of shots that she certainly would have felt that she probably should have put them in the court. But keeping the pressure on Sabalenka is going to be very interesting as we get to the latter stages of the set to see if either player starts to feel the pressure, because that's one thing I don't think we've seen. In the past, we've maybe seen some players coming in and the nerves have got the better of them. Been the case at all so far in this match.
Reprise. Asseyez-vous rapidement, s'il vous plaît.
Muchova with the new balls, and she shows them to Sabalenka, and Sabalenka says, oh, I should have changed my racket. I mean, technically that should be a time infringement, or that should be allowed as only as part of the time, instead of which the umpire stops the shot clock.
Yeah, the clock's been stopped.
Doesn't feel right to me. But not massively important in the general outcome of tennis. Now it's Muchova serving 3-4.
Zilkens.
Just the wrong side of the line. And Muchova's in a little bit of difficulty now. Lovely shot. It was in her fourth round match against Avanesian
15-30.
that Muchova really used the backhand up the line on numerous occasions, in particular the last 2 points of the match. It's a really good shot of hers.
Yeah, it complements the slice well and it does extend through it. So it's quite a flat strike, keeps it close to the baseline. It's a really good couple of points from Muchova.
Honda.
Commitment to her game.
It was a good second serve.
40-30.
Started to use the forehand effectively, looking to get forward again behind it.
Muchova. Quatre jeux bateaux.
Fascinating to be 3-4, love 30. That was a dangerous situation for Muchova, but 4 pretty good points. A couple of errors.
She took the points into her own hands, didn't she? Looked to be aggressive. That's how tight it's been so far.
Sabalenka, 4-all. Sabalenka's indecision cost her.
Hesitated there, quite sure what to do with that ball. Again, a great shot from Muchova. Thought about coming forward and I think got it all wrong in the end.
She was a bit of poetic justice because it was the forehand from Sabalenka that hit the top of the net, forcing the short slice from Muchova. Interesting that Muchova chose the slice and then before eventually hitting a two-hander. There was a gap open, it wasn't a big one.
15-30.
Again, just the fact that Muchova pushed forward, that extra pressure on Sabalenka, and of course she's playing the end with the wind. Her coach signalling to keep coming forward.
Well played. Terrific return of serve, and she was straight in behind it. But that took some control on the volley.
Brilliant move. Kirsten Flipkins on the right there, helping Muchova as well. She was so quick to see the chance to get forward, and once again, a great volley.
Two break points for the Czech. Well played. Really good control on that low bouncing forehand. And Muchova will serve for the set at 5-4. Well, from love 30 in the previous game, she's played some outstanding tennis.
Absolutely. I just love the way she's gone about it as well. You're there at love 30 and tried to play safe. She's taken the ball on. It's proved successful when coming forward as well.
I first saw her play at the Wimbledon qualifying tournament, and I thought, oh, wow, a Czech player who can really volley comfortably. And I thought she'd be more of a serve and volleyer, but it's hard to be an out-and-out serve and volleyer in today's tennis. But she's a really confident volleyer.
Volleys really well. She talked about the fact that she has worked on the volleys, the execution of the volley, and we've certainly seen that so far today.
Reprise. Prenez place rapidement, s'il vous plaît. Les joueuses sont prêtes.
Muchova serving for the first set, 5-4. And remember, Sabalenka yet to drop a set at this tournament. Sense Sabalenka playing a little bit within herself on that point. Whether she's going to just give Muchova a little more time to think. Anton Dubrov, coach of Sabalenka. Just lovely court coverage.
Really good tennis. Good ball strike, and she's starting to get Sabalenka on the run. And once again, aware of where Sabalenka is, a good time to sneak forward.
It's all very well to deliver a good serve, but you have to follow up behind it.
Ronkens.
She's got so many different backhands. Obviously, there's the two-hander and the slice, but there's the high slice, there's the hit-through slice. She's playing them all pretty well at the moment. 2 points from the set. That's classic Sabalenka.
It was a great return, straight through the middle, good depth on it. It's a half volley from Muchova, which she couldn't quite get enough purchase on.
Such good tennis. Good serve out wide, crisply struck forehand, and the control on that forehand down the line was impressive.
Well, it was. Didn't let up her court position at all, just got down low, shortened the take back, was able to redirect it perfectly.
46 minutes played, it's set point for Muchova.
Another big winner, 130k that one. Wasn't sure if the return was going to land in. I'm sure it was cleanly struck.
She took a little bit of the power off that forehand.
Avantage Sabalenka.
That's impressive from Sabalenka, keeping her composure.
Too long, and the break is gone. The only thing Muchova can comfort herself with is the fact that she didn't do anything wrong on the set point that she had.
Absolutely. That's been the big difference with Sabalenka. Emotional control in the past. She might have gone into a bit of a state of panic and tried to play too big. In the big moments, she's been able to deliver.
Sabalenka 5-all.
Merci. Zero. Zero.
That's lovely.
It was such a good combination. It was a big return, 135k straight down the middle. It was the only real option for Sabalenka. She would have maybe been backing up just to give herself a chance to defend. So great time to play the drop shot.
game. Not just for Muchova, but for the point. It deserved to end on a winner. Wonderful point.
It really was. And again, Muchova doing such a good job to turn the point around. Defended so well. Got herself forward. Maybe a little deep with that first volley. And I thought about going out over the second one, just hitting the top of the net.
Oh, I think Muchova slipped there, but it was a clever slice down the line from Sabalenka. This is just such good tennis. Really is. Don't want it to end. 6-5 Sabalenka.
I really have had some brilliant points between the two, and it does help when you've got contrasting styles with the way that they go about things.
This reminds me of the Navratilova-Evert matches.
Yeah.
You've got Evert, who hits the flat ball quite powerfully, and Navratilova had all the court craft.
We're certainly seeing that. I was going to say how well they're both doing behind first and second serve. Muchova, we're going toe-to-toe with Sabalenka in terms of looking to be aggressive in a different way.
Reprise.
A great atmosphere to go with the great tennis. The brass musicians doing their bit to enhance what is a great sporting spectacle. So Muchova served last time for the set. She now has to serve to stay in it and take it to the tiebreak. 5-6. Yet passed by Sabalenka. Good accuracy.
0-15.
Just not quite enough done with the approach shot in terms of the direction of it. Sabalenka didn't have to move very far. There's no hesitation at all.
15.
Wanting to push forward.
She keeps the body so well grounded. So easy to lift your head on that shot or hit it a fraction late.
Oh, it's good balance with the legs. Just allows her to then commit through the shot.
Good body serve.
35. 35.
I didn't see it coming either. I thought she was shaping up for the into-out forehand.
45.
Good variety, good disguise. It's been a bit of a shift. Muchova finding herself closer to the baseline and being able to push Sabalenka back.
2 points for the tiebreak. Well, it looks like a bad error from Sabalenka, but actually you need to credit Muchova with getting a very good contact on that ball, which is pretty much behind her.
6 jeux partout, jeu décisif.
Well, it's been one of the best sets of tennis in the women's singles this year, and perhaps fitting that it should go to the tiebreak.
Absolutely, nearly an hour. They've both fended off some pressure already in the set.
Sabalenka to start the tiebreak.
Muchova.
Both had to play one tie-break so far. Her in the opening round against Zachary, she won that one, and Sabalenka against Stevens, she also won that one.
That was the night match.
She was 5-love up in that opening set. Sabalenka went to the tie-break.
Surprising Sabalenka with the forehand cross court.
That's good pace on it. She had Sabalenka once more.
Muchova.
A good metre and a half or so behind the baseline, where Sabalenka wants to be on the court.
Muchova.
Just the 1 mini break. Sabalenka at love 3.
It's pretty close, this shot from Sabalenka. Again, Muchova at full stretch, able to continue to ask another question. It's paid off a few times so far in this set.
Two good serves from Sabalenka.
3-2. Muchova.
3-2. She's used the play so well. She gets the serve out wide, short ball, and goes back to the forehand.
4-2. Muchova.
Great technique on the volley, making sure she gets the contact point out in front.
Muchova 4-2. That was put away emphatically.
It's always been the case.
Muchova.
Seems to be what Muchova's looking to do. A few times she's gone up high, or she's then chosen to just chip it down at the feet of Sabalenka. Overly comfortable at the net.
Back on serve. Sabalenka at 3-4. Oh, she fell off that serve. Surprised Muchova didn't step in for the second one.
4-2.
She's actually showing the mark to the umpire. I mean, it was a deep second serve. Maybe wasn't expecting that. I think that's what's been impressive, the way that Sabalenka has dealt with either double faults or, I mean, the first serve, she got it all wrong.
Sabalenka 4-all. Yeah, didn't come cleanly off the racket. You could hear the sound of the ball off the racket. Wasn't off the middle. And Sabalenka's ahead for the first time in this tiebreak. Just missed. She's getting some good second serves in, Muchova.
She can get decent work on it. It's effective on the clay where it then jumps up. Just almost neutralise one of the strengths of Sabalenka. She does return well.
66 minutes played, 6 games all, 5-all in the tiebreak. The winner of this point will have set point. Well, she has to generate all her own pace off those slices.
They are awkward balls to deal with, even though it was short up the court.
6. Muchova.
Well, second set point. First one came at 5-4. This is on the Sabalenka serve. Oh, what a great shot. It's the backhand down the line again.
7-6.
The first set of this tournament that Sabalenka has dropped. And you have to hand it to Muchova. She's taken the fight to Sabalenka. And the world number 2 has a battle on her hands.
Great set of tennis. And I mean, Muchova has been so smart in terms of how she's gone about things and has actually been able to neutralise some of Sabalenka's game. The way that she's played, she's mixed it up, but she's also been very aggressive.
So Muchova starting the second set, a set to the good.
Zero.
Interesting to see how Sabalenka reacts in the second set.
She's not enjoying the change of pace, having to produce her own power off a different ball, the way that it checks up off the slice.
Well, it's a good job Muchova got out of the way of that. I'm not sure if that was what she was intending.
40.
Didn't have much time to react. Sabalenka going straight at her.
Very nearly hit the bottom of the Muchova racket. Serving and volleying on a clay court. It can be done, and it's beautiful when it's done that well.
Premier jeu, deuxième manche.
What an opening game. And she said that it did make a big difference the way that she started in both the sets against Pavlyuchenkova in the previous round. There's been no let-up, having been able to close out that tight, intense first set.
We're seeing a lot of what Krejcikova did, Krejcikova, a couple of years ago. I mean, she played a similar sort of game. Not quite so all court. She hit her two-handed backhand much more than her slice, but she sliced and diced to a certain extent and ended up holding the trophy. Sabalenka, love one.
She'll keep looking to go after it, Sabalenka.
15.
She actually hasn't really been able to consistently outpower Muchova. Slice backhand has been able to neutralise the pace.
Kenza.
A lot of these Sabalenka ground strokes are going long.
Particularly that backhand up the line.
15-30.
Been able to get enough cover on the ball.
Yeah, it was a late call, but I think it was correct one. Muchova didn't even bother to ring the mark.
It was late. It certainly looked long. Well, long.
2 break points. That is definitely long.
Muchova.
And at the moment, Sabalenka's game is falling apart a little bit.
She's not sure what to do out here. Feeling that pressure, it's causing her to tighten up, hence the errors. There's been a lot in this second set. Because having not been in this position so far in the tournament, had to respond from being a set down.
Muchova 2-love, second set. Well played.
Smart thinking from Sabalenka. I mean, Muchova's very deep behind the baseline because she's absorbing all the pace. Don't see too often from Sabalenka. It's an addition to her game, that extra bit of feel and variety.
Yes, it's an ace.
Kenza.
3 aces for Muchova. Oh, she made it just.
Yeah, inside the baseline.
15-30.
Sizzling return.
Winners overall, so majority with the forehand. Sabalenka doing a great job just moving back. There was a deep volley from Muchova, gave her a chance then to really hit through the next shot. Would have beat Muchova with pace.
2 points to get the break back.
She's used it so effectively because of the variety. She's played with pace. I mean, the way she shapes up, it looks as if she's going to hit through that backhand. Great disguise.
That's great play by Sabalenka. And she really won that game. 2 points that Muchova won were both with, well, winners. So for Sabalenka to get back, that could be a turn in her fortunes. 2-1 Muchova. She seemed to steady the ship then, because there was no errors from Sabalenka.
Well, she cut out the errors. She played that drop shot as well, didn't she? So just showing good clarity of thought and awareness, because if you're trying to hit through your opponent, and we've seen Muchova who's a couple of meters behind the baseline sometimes, and she can absorb the ball, using the slice to keep her in the point. And often we've seen, perhaps in the past, not this year, but with Sabalenka, she tried to then go bigger and bigger. So the fact that she changed it up, it just shows where her mindset is.
Those were the days. The music the band is playing, harking back to the days of sliced backhands and volleys. Sabalenka with the new balls, 1-2, second set.
Zero.
It's a new Sabalenka, this. Not a lot Muchova's done wrong from 2-love up.
Mixing the serve well. That one certainly jamming Muchova up.
Defensive chopped forehand by Muchova has been such an effective weapon today.
She hits it well. It gives her an extra bit of reach on it, and it can move through the court very quickly and be tough to deal with.
Love becomes 40-30. So good.
It's tough to know where she's going to go. The way she positions herself, there's enough space to go either way. Sabalenka certainly didn't read it.
Yeah, the umpire's off her chair.
I think it just drifted long.
Sabalenka didn't ring the mark, so I hope the umpire's, yeah, she's visualised it. Made a mental note.
Avantage Sabalenka.
4th point for 2-all. It's the first loose shot that Muchova's hit for several games.
Actually thought the serve jumped up pretty high. It's difficult to control, almost at head height there. Impressive though from Sabalenka how she's not let this set run away, having been broken.
Muchova, 2-all.
15-0. Round 0.
Didn't look to go quite as deep there with the backhand. Sabalenka, it's a shot that she's hit a few long. Much better placement off that backhand. Again with the ace, it's been the favoured serve. A few aces down the tee on the ad side.
Points for 3-2. Well, Muchova needed that after dropping serve in the previous game.
Muchova mène 3-2.
And she remains ahead by a set and 3-2.
No let up at all from Muchova. She's kept to the tactics.
28-27, so she's asked for her racket to be strong. The 28 is the mains, 27 the crosses.
Yeah, I would guess.
I always have mine done the same.
Often players will mix the different tension between
Yes.
the mains and the crosses just slightly. She's done such a good job, hasn't she? Those shorter points are the ones that generally Sabalenka keeps herself ahead in, the way she plays, how she starts points.
Reprise.
Sabalenka 2-3, second set.
Muchova.
Muchova just looking at the line, but once again Sabalenka hitting the white.
Zero.
The power of Sabalenka is starting to have an impact.
That's helped by a good first serve.
She was 4-love up in her last service game. Ended up having to win it via deuce.
Jeu Sabalenka. 3 jeux partout.
Quick service hold that time for Sabalenka. It's going to be really interesting to see how this set unfolds. Sort of hunch is that Sabalenka's going to find a way to raise her game, whether Muchova will feel the tension if she does get in a position to close it out.
Muchova 3-all. Yes, it's if Muchova has a chance of victory and then misses it, the whole momentum could turn. Just gorgeous volley. She's set for it so well.
15-0.
She slides into that so she can get down low, opens the racket face so she can get underneath the ball. An easy position on the court to play volleys.
She got one of those on the first point of the match.
Kenza.
Seen too many of those where they just dribble over.
You see a lot of those among players who hit flat, because their average clearance is not particularly high over the net. 3-all, 15-all. Interesting change of direction. Wasn't really a drop shot.
It would have been an awkward ball to deal with had it have gone over, but Sabalenka now starting to use the slice backhand more frequently.
There's a case for hindrance on that, I'd say, when Sabalenka seemed to say, oh yeah. I mean, is that a grunt or is that a gesture of resignation that the point's lost?
That's a noise Vesnina used to make.
Yes, it is. That's right. Thirty-all. That was an injection of pace on the backhand.
30-40.
Stepping in. Putting some pressure on Muchova.
Break point for Sabalenka. So good. Just the court craft.
Brilliant tennis again. I mean, that backhand up the line that gives her the opportunity to approach with the forehand. Just checks there around the service line until she sees where the attempted pass is going to go, and that was brilliant movement to close the net down. It's close.
Avantage Sabalenka.
That's well played.
Je Sabalenka.
Sabalenka breaks.
Sabalenka mène 4-3.
And she looks like she may have this second set in her grasp. 4-3.
Measured tennis from her. She's cut out some of the unforced errors that we saw in the early stages of the set.
It's funny, when we had Krejcikova's run to the final and well, to the title 2 years ago, there's a lot of talk about the influence of Jana Novotná, because Novotná mentored Krejcikova before her death from cancer a few years ago. Somehow, though, I'm reminded more by Muchova of Novotná. She's got better ground strokes, but the way she looks for the opportunity to come in and has just great agility on the volleys. But I guess today's games are based around solid baseline games.
We see with the majority of the players,
Reprise.
Muchova want to mix things up.
Well, Sabalenka was a set and 2-love down. She's still a set down, but she has a break, serving at 4-3.
Quinze-zéro.
Muchova using all the pace of that Sabalenka serve. It's a golf shot.
15-30.
Down at the court as if it maybe took a bit of a dodgy bounce.
Crowd enjoying the various grunting sounds.
Yes. I mean, again, I mean, brilliant defence from Muchova just to fend off the pace coming at her and then mix in the variety. Brilliant response.
3 times in this second set. Sabalenka has been at 40-love, has yet to win any of those games 2-love.
Muchova.
Brilliant game from Muchova.
Cadre, je bats.
Again with the variety. Such a good return, just blocked back deep. Forcing Sabalenka to have to reduce the pace off a ball with not a lot on it. Again with that backhand up the line.
Muchova 4-all, second set.
Quinze-zéro.
A good serving game here.
Quinze-zéro.
We'll have Sabalenka serving to stay in the match. It's clever by Muchova.
30.
She looks so comfortable and confident with that slice backhand. Keeps it short and low. Drawn another error from Sabalenka.
An excellent service game so far for Karolina Muchova. 3 points for 5-4.
Return came back very quickly.
45.
It's the way Sabalenka plays. I just wonder whether she might try and rally a little bit. Just play to the fact that this is uncharted territory for Muchova. Serves too good. Muchova holds for 5-4. Which means the world number 2 will be serving to stay in Roland-Garros 2023. And if Muchova were to win this, then if Świątek beats Haddad Maia in the second semi-final, then Świątek will stay world number 1, at least for another couple of weeks. And then we have the bizarre situation where nobody, including the defending champion, has any ranking points to defend at Wimbledon or on any of the grass court tournaments. Outside, the British ones. The ones outside Britain, there are ranking points.
And in the UK, it was only Wimbledon, no points.
Were the British grass court events, they still had points,
They had points last year.
Okay.
Reprise.
Sacré-Cœur on the hill. A shot of the northern part of Paris on an early summer's day. The sun is not shining for Aryna Sabalenka at the moment. She is serving to stay in the match. 4-5, second set. Clever return.
This works so well.
Zorgens.
The way that she's been able to mix things up, particularly on the return.
Merci.
Still going to commit to her game, Sabalenka. There's better footwork there just to... Sure she got herself in the right position off this slice. Commitment through that shot. Excellent racket head speed.
Great defending from Sabalenka.
Really was.
Zorgens.
She's had to defend probably more than she would have expected.
KO 15.
It's only her third ace of the match. But really well timed.
Jeu Sabalenka.
And that's the champion's mindset.
5 jeux partout.
Absolutely. What a great game. She fended off that pressure and was able to pull out a couple of big serves. That's always going to make a difference. And close out the game quickly.
Muchova 5-all. Second set. It's on the sideline.
It's great control.
15-0.
Gets down low and uses the pace of the return. Quickly able to place it on the other side of the court.
Vlad. Premier service. How
often has she played this wrong-footing forehand?
Rushed there by the bounce that it took.
And Mishka in the white.
Hitting it again from Muchova, and she's kept Sabalenka back. The error is starting to mount up for Sabalenka. Muchova's only hit 3 in this set.
It's very impressive if you think how much is resting on it. Points for 6-5. Well, it was Sabalenka who broke to lead 4-3, but she's going to have to serve for a second time to stay in the second set at 5-6. Sabalenka having a quick word with the umpire. And she hasn't sat down. I wonder whether it was as much as anything about the fact that one of the advertising hoardings was slightly playing up. I wonder if it was a bit of a distraction for her.
Possibly, I think just trying to cool herself down. I've seen this a few times where she's used the ice out of the fridge. It is hot and humid. It's another good game, though, from Muchova, the way she's been able to continuously step up when she's been under pressure. Great serving. And she's done such a good job of defending when she's needed to, but any chance to get on the front foot, use her forehand. She certainly looked to do it, which is, it's again, neutralised Sabalenka's game.
Sabalenka serving for the second time to stay in the match. 5-6, second set.
Merci.
Oh, that's unlucky. Great point again.
Such good defence, ability to cover the court, and will keep asking Sabalenka to play one more shot. Physical exchange. Big server, a needed serve. So she did so well in her last service game.
Muchova didn't get hold of that backhand. She's used so many slices. The two-handers held up, but just didn't get that one off the middle.
She's hit the two-hander really well. Just the ball deviating as it hit the court, and she lost the contact point. Generate through it.
3 points for the tiebreak. Finally, Sabalenka holds to love.
Si je partout, je décisive.
That's going to be interesting, Chris.
Yes. Because there's a lot more on this than there was in the first tiebreak for Muchova. She seemed to be handling the nerves extremely well.
Incredibly well.
But this is big now. And it may be her one chance. If it goes to Sabalenka, Sabalenka could grow in confidence in the third set. But there may not be a third set. The technique on the serve is so good. It's really held up in the pressure points.
She served really well. Percentages have been excellent, particularly behind the first.
Oh, such good tennis. Five outstanding strokes.
not easy when you know that your opponent moves so well around the court, able to get extra balls back into play. You know you've got to commit to the shot and hit it close to the line.
Landed right on the baseline. There were some intakes of breath.
2-1.
As a lot of people at the side of the stadium felt that was going to drift long, but it was undercut, which cut the trajectory down.
Yeah, and that, again, is such an effective shot, the way that it checks up off the court. Sabalenka hasn't enjoyed dealing with those at all.
It's the first slightly tense ground stroke that Muchova's played.
Wasn't particularly deep in the court. Just didn't quite release through it. That's a sign of some tension. You'd imagine there's got to be some pressure at the moment that she's feeling.
Interesting sound effects that go with that forehand, but you can understand her delight.
3-2. Sabalenka.
Took both the Muchova service points. And 3 points on the run
4-2.
for
Sabalenka.
Sabalenka, having been a mini breakdown.
Starting to express herself more. Again, going to the ice as well to cool herself down.
Sabalenka 4-2. I felt she took too much time on that change of ends. What was interesting was it seems to have broken her own rhythm more than her opponent's. We're back on serve. Muchova and 3-4. That was a tight one. It's the classic Muchova play where the backhand was due to go down the line. And it wasn't even going down the line. It's a much softer forehand from Muchova.
It's a better serve, though. It's good placement with it.
If Sabalenka can hold these 2 service points, she takes the match into a final set. Great serve. Yes, she left a slight gap, but to hit that 186 kilometers right in the corner.
Sabalenka.
Excellent serve. And the number 2 seed has 2 set points. We were saying at the start of the match how she's cut down the double faults to an average of 3.5 per match. Well,
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez ne pas manifester entre le premier et le second service. Merci.
umpire asking people not to call out between first and second serves. 3 double faults in the course of the match so far. Sabalenka still has a set point, but it's on the Muchova serve. 5-6. Muchova guessed right. Lose too much weight behind it. Sabalenka ekes out the second set. And the first semi-final at Roland-Garros of the women's singles is going the full distance. It's 1 set all after 2 hours and 9.
Another intense set of tennis, and once more, Sabalenka feeling the heat. She's done a brilliant job, I think, there, because she was under so much pressure. Broken early, was able to level things up, but Muchova continued to disrupt her game, continued to neutralise the power that Sabalenka can produce. She kept her focus, kept her composure, more importantly, and able to level things.
Dernier manche. Au service, Sabalenka.
So final set. Sabalenka to start.
Zero.
Couple of serves from Sabalenka. She'll be aware that she needs to keep the pressure on, try and push ahead early in this set.
Tronkens.
Sabalenka playing the short game.
Caron-15.
Really smart once more. The fact that she's happy to play that type of tennis. It's tough to hit a winner off that sort of ball, so good decision to play the drop shot rather than power.
Clever play. This is lovely tennis.
Brilliant play. Such good court craft and defensive skills. Anticipation thrown in as well. And all over the court there, Muchova.
Jeu Sabalenka. Premier jeu, dernier match. Changement balle ramassé, s'il vous plaît, balle neuve.
Good opening game for Sabalenka. With the umpire, a change of balls, new racket for both players. Starting to get more vocal, Sabalenka. Haven't really seen it, other than towards the end of that second set, and then winning that opening game. I guess sometimes if you express yourself too much, then it can put more pressure on you. I've definitely seen that with Sabalenka.
She manages her energy so much better now.
Oh, out of sight.
I think back to that awful match she played on the Longlen in October 2020, when she was making all sorts of errors, double faulting. I mean, the weather wasn't great either, but, you know, just blasting everything. She's a much more complete tennis player, and that's why she's on the verge of the world #1 ranking. Muchova. Love one.
0-15.
And the venom in these returns is just starting to do some damage to Muchova's rhythm.
Starting to find some spaces, Sabalenka. Muchova has had to do a lot of running at times in this match. She's had to defend.
Break points.
(15-40).
Two good first serves.
30-40.
Just taking her time and finding her spots.
Two break points saved. Still a third. Oh my goodness. The second serve cleaned the line, and the forehand down the line cleaned the baseline.
Full commitment from Muchova under real pressure here, early stages of the third. The way she ripped up the ball on that forehand and then flattening that one out. Getting the balance, the way she's able to stay down through the shot and keep control of the ball.
Well played. Sabalenka guessing that Muchova would be covering the cross court.
Avantage.
Subtly
Sabalenka.
done. Often say that about Sabalenka, just rolls that one back up the line. Really good awareness.
Fourth break point.
Égalité.
It's been the banker serve, that one down the tee on the ad side.
Just snicked the racket of Sabalenka on the way through. Doesn't technically count as an ace.
Avantage Muchova.
Another good serve.
Je Muchova.
What a good game for Muchova. 4 break points she saved. She was love 40 down. That could have staved off a real switch of momentum.
Oh, brilliant serving as well as the composure. Huge game to get through.
Sabalenka, 1-1, final set.
Zero. 30.
Oh my goodness. Applause from Sabalenka. Applause from everybody else as well. It was instinct, but beautifully struck.
What a return. Able to cut off the angle and control it up the line.
In terms of speed, it's not as fast as some of the others that have been hit, but it's still beautifully struck.
Gaunkes. Sabalenka.
Sabalenka's winning her service games a little more easily at the moment. She leads by 2-1, final set. So how easy will it be for Świątek and Haddad-Maia to be waiting? They must have been ready to come on after, what, an hour and a half? And we're now 2.5?
Well, it's never easy. I mean, I guess that the players get used to it. They're aware that matches can be on the brink of potentially finishing and then last a lot longer, particularly at the slams. If you're following a men's match, you have different plans in place, so able to perhaps switch off, conserve energy, maybe eat some food, stay hydrated. They'd have probably at least done one warm-up. It's often the case, you have to do a few different warm-ups. Pressure on first, obviously.
A little bit more cloud at the moment.
Asseyez-vous rapidement, s'il vous plaît.
The sun will come back. For the moment, we're in the shade. Muchova serving 1-2. Final set.
Kenza. Tronkens.
2.5 hours exactly on the match clock. Not enough height on the lob.
Ronda.
Got quite close, that smash.
She's missed a couple, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
It's funny how some of the softer shots from Muchova draw the errors.
40.
So the thing about Sabalenka, she loves playing off pace.
They are difficult to deal with, hence why Muchova's been throwing them in. You've got to generate all your own pace. It can then break your rhythm. It's difficult when you're getting different types of balls thrown at you.
Oh, that's brilliant. It was the right moment, but she was a long way back, was Muchova. So I had to be pretty precise, and it was.
Deux bateaux.
Great hand skills once more from Muchova.
Sabalenka 2-all, final set.
Forehand again doing the damage, and does a good job of just reading this ball, because slice from Sabalenka forcing it to check up on the court.
Interesting.
0-30.
It's again a softer return. I wonder if that took a bad bounce.
Well,
Of
it had extra depth on it. It can then be difficult. It's not always easy to get the timing right with the slice. Just caught the contact point, the ball just sailing long.
30.
Now 30-30 all.
Yeah, maybe be a little frustrated there that managed to capitalise on the lead in the game.
1 set all, 2 games all, 30 all.
Managed to find as many first serves so far in this set. Sabalenka, 83% in the second set, 38 in this set.
Sabalenka just complaining to herself about the ball. The
Merci.
sun has come round a fair bit. I don't think the ball toss is clashing with the sun. She lost all rhythm on that serve.
40.
4 double faults now. Muchova hasn't had one. Great change of direction.
Avantage.
That's a great point on the back of the double fault. Used to see a couple in a row. It hasn't been the case. Able to brush it off.
It's too long. Sabalenka holds.
Sabalenka mène 3-0.
The world number 2 leading by 3 games to 2 in the final set. Unless this goes very quickly, it's going to be about a 3-hour semi-final. Often you'd say, well, I wonder if that'll have an impact on the final. I suspect with neither player having played that much in the first 5 matches, that even 3 hours today, especially with the day off tomorrow, it's not going to have that much of an impact, is it?
I wouldn't say so. Been interesting that it's definitely Sabalenka that has felt the heat more. It's quite muggy, hot, humid conditions. It can be quite sapping. I'm sure she's getting the energy drinks in as well. You've seen 99 points each. It has been a really tight encounter between the two.
The late afternoon sunshine is back with us. 10-6, still a second semi-final to come. Muchova serving 2-3, final set.
Zerkens.
Umpire stays in her chair.
15.
Sabalenka answering the slice with her own slice, but it drifted long.
It's not a natural shot for her.
She's worked quite a lot on it, though, hasn't she?
She has. It's really improved.
Trente.
2-3-30 all. This is a big point, especially for Muchova. Nerves of steel.
40.
She's been able to do it so often. Step up and commit to the serve. Aggressive return from Sabalenka. Be aware that Muchova does like to go down the tee with that serve on the ad side. But it's not been quite as successful in the pressure points.
Avantage Sabalenka.
Big hitting again from Sabalenka. Muchova trying to not back off, but she took it so early. Didn't quite get enough depth on her reply.
Point for 4-2. Oh, she's overhit it.
Jeu Sabalenka.
She resisted the temptation of the backhand down the line, Muchova. She went back to the backhand.
Sabalenka mène 4 jeux à 2.
But then overhit the forehand. And that could be the vital break for Sabalenka.
You get that feeling, don't you? Muchova so often has been able to fend off pressure. Sabalenka with a bit of a lead now.
Sabalenka at 4-2. Yeah, it's not working for Muchova. She went for the forehand down the line, slightly mishit it.
15-0.
Went down the centre of the court. And then the drop shot.
She's really not missed many of those. Just enough depth there from Muchova for a very good serve.
She's going to squander the advantage she just worked for herself.
A tidy point, though, from Sabalenka. Serve and forehand. Good shape on that forehand as well. Give her a bit more control.
Oh, great point. A new net, please. Three big net cords in that point.
40-30.
That's a great finish from Sabalenka. Moved up to that backhand so well.
Merci.
Point for 5-2.
Longest rally, that one.
Jeu Sabalenka.
She's brought out the big stuff when she's really needed it.
Sabalenka mène 5-2.
Sabalenka, a game away from a place in her first ever Roland-Garros final. 5-2.
Tough for Muchova. But you've got to give full credit to Sabalenka because she's been able to keep her calm and composure under real pressure in this match. It's not been an easy match for her at all. I think Muchova tactically got things spot on.
I hope Muchova can build on this, I really do. I mean, you're never quite sure because players get on a roll at a tournament and often struggle to reproduce it. But if she could play this kind of level, she's got to be one of the favourites for Wimbledon because the game suits grass perfectly.
Well, the goal for her and the key for her is to stay fit. The injuries have been the issue. That's why she's dropped down the ranking.
Back in the top 20 after this. Muchova serving to stay in the match. Two-5.
on the line. Blocked back by Sabalenka.
Zorgens.
The returns we've seen from Muchova.
It's as if she's given her all,
Zorgens.
and the well is now dry.
Merci. Quinze, 30.
Serve from Muchova.
Ronda.
Serve has got her out of trouble quite often overall in this match.
That was a stinging return from Sabalenka. And after 2 hours and 54 minutes of play, Aryna Sabalenka has a match point to move into her first Roland-Garros final.
Continuing to dig in, and very efficient point from Muchova in the scoreline. It's a good effort.
We don't have stats for errors off soft balls or errors off sliced backhands. Be interesting, because it feels to me that Sabalenka has struggled with that low bouncing, paceless ball.
Absolutely has. That's why Muchova's been using it. It's been an effective play.
Point for 3-5. She was attempting to serve and volley then. Sabalenka's put it wide.
Je m'en vais.
And it's not over yet.
Sabalenka men 5-3.
Based on the way this set has gone, you'd expect Sabalenka to hold serve here, but having had a match point, which was, in fairness, fully saved. Excellent serve out wide by Muchova, followed up by the into-out forehand. You never know. Sabalenka, 5-3, final set. Oh-ho.
A serve off the line. Muchova read it, took it on, again cutting the angle off.
Yep, understandable reaction.
15.
Decent length on the return of serve.
Should push Sabalenka back, so it was, again, the right time to use the slice.
Well, we talked about Muchova getting a little tight with insight of victory in the second set. Sabalenka looks a little tight now.
Muchova feeling something in that right leg.
It's long.
Do you
think she's got a problem?
I do.
Merci.
Sabalenka also with a few problems here.
Merci.
15-40. That was a poor game by Sabalenka. Spreads her arms to look up to her box.
Sabalenka men 5-4.
We're back on serve. Sabalenka leading 5-4.
She's not called for the trainer, but she's definitely feeling something there.
I don't think that shows us anything, but
Reprise.
yes, Emil Mishka. Muchova back on serve. 3 hours exactly played. 4-5. Final set.
Kenzo.
177-kilometer serve. And absolutely the right thing to do behind it.
It was right in the corner of the court.
30-0.
She was quick to realise it, followed it in. Exactly where you want to make contact with the volley. Much easier to put it away. Great tennis.
Sabalenka's gone to change her racket. I don't know if she broke a string there or whether she just wants a different tension. I don't think the sun going behind a cloud is going to make that much difference.
She just wants a different tension. I mean, it's been a run of points now for Muchova. Comeback this has been.
Well, she had a match point 8 minutes ago. 2-5, 30-40. Points for 5-all.
Genova. Changement bas ramassé, s'il vous plaît, balle 9. 5 jeux partout.
Well, no sign of any leg problem in that game, but then in fairness, Sabalenka didn't make her run.
Well, Muchova just stretching out there. I mean, she served well and looked to get forward. Finish the points quicker. Just realising that it's new balls. Her turn to change the racket.
Her turn to forget to change the racket. Sabalenka 5-all, final set. Another error off the slice.
She doesn't like this racket either.
0-15.
In the days of wood, people had their own favourite rackets because in the modern days, you know, all rackets are identical. Because the wooden ones, there was always a bit of difference because wood was a living organism. Maybe she's got a favourite one.
Well, it'd be something that these two players wouldn't know anything about.
Kenza.
Wood rackets with mono shafts. You'll have seen them in videos online, I'm sure. It's good tennis.
Really went after the return. Muchova, Sabalenka did well to keep her court position, send it back quickly to Muchova. Regain control of the point once more.
45.
I feel there's a couple more twists in this.
It's been that sort of match.
Sabalenka's last regular service game.
I've seen that for a while, where she's gone 2 in a row. Third of this set, 6th overall.
She's not used to playing this length of match. She normally overpowers players in less than an hour and a half.
Lettre. Premier service.
Long.
That backhand up the line was an issue in the opening set. I think there she maybe just saw Muchova shift
Avantage Muchova.
the other way, so changed her mind, went up the line. It looked a little tentative.
Break point Muchova. She's made it. What a turnaround. It's 15 minutes ago, Muchova was saving match point. Now she will serve for the match. 6-5, final set.
Unbelievable, wow. Yeah. I'd have to say, it did seem as if this was going to go one way. Brilliant fight from Muchova. Continued to commit to her game and fending off one match point. Put herself in this position. Unbelievable.
Reprise.
What an atmosphere we have. 6:20 on a Thursday evening at Roland-Garros on the western edge of Paris. Karolina Muchova, unseeded, ranked 43, serving for a place in the final. 6-5.
The umpire just trying to tell Sabalenka there's a new racket being brought down to the court for her.
And the umpire is bringing the racket to her.
Oh, the ball boy
Sorry, the ball boy.
has unsettled her.
Yeah.
Happy with the tension.
Meanwhile, Muchova is 2 points away from the match. It's as close as she's been. Superb timing, superb judgment, superb performance. Just missing one more point.
40-0.
Just 18 minutes since she saved a match point
Merci.
at 2-5. Karolina Muchova has 3 match points to move into the final. It's the backhand up the line again. And you have to say a star is born here. She's almost a throwback to a bygone age, but she's married the great traditions of the slice and the volley with the modern game, and she's reached her first Grand Slam final. The name, Karolina Muchova. Lucy.
What a performance, what a match. We sense that
Sabalenka will get a lot of applause. She's had a good tournament. Just wonder whether the whole lot caught up with her. She's had to deal with a lot off court. She didn't seem to be quite at her best, but that was partly because this woman didn't let her play.
Absolutely. And her ability on the court, what she can do with the ball, how she can change things up, it really did disrupt Sabalenka's game. I'm not sure she can believe how she was able to fight back from 5-2 down in that third set, saving that match point. I mean, that is just pure determination, resilience as well, and the belief that she's got in herself. She kept committing to her style of play. I mean, she's had a horrific time, really, in terms of the amount of injuries over the years. And by today's standards, she broke through late.
She's still only 26, which, you know, as we've seen, is not old in today's tennis.
She broke into the top 100 till 2019, and the semi-finals of the Australian Open, and now the final here.
And we're going to hear from her, talking with Mats Wilander.
Karolina, congratulations. An incredible match from the first point to the last. Let's start in the end. 5-2 down. What did you do? Except play amazing.
Thank you very much.
Pavolim. Marquesson.
Thank you very much, everyone. I don't really know what happened. You know, the atmosphere, the people are just pushing me all the matches. It's unbelievable. I just try to keep fighting, and it worked. I really don't know what happened. I'm so happy.
Merci. Well, a lot has to do with your attitude, but a lot has to do with your game. Your game is incredible. The combination of shots, slice backhands, drop shots coming to the net. I mean, we don't see that much. So natural. Is that normal?
Well, thank you again.
Not normal for me.
No, I mean, I've heard it. People are telling that to me, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to get it to my head, you know, too much to become cocky or anything. I'm just yeah, trying to play my game, and we work on it, and I'm glad it works so well. I thank to my team and everyone. We work on this together, so it's our success.
And last question. The match was, you were winning 7-6, 2-love, then it turned again, and you haven't played that many big matches in big tournaments. How did you get used to that? Because that's complicated.
Just look around. It's pretty easy here with on this beautiful stadium with so many people watching, and I would repeat myself again. It goes just nice with everyone. You know, thank you. I go for the towel and people there cheering on me on both sides. I hear my name. It's incredible feeling.
Okay, Carolina, thank you very much. Well done. Bravo.
Well, what a day.
Good luck in the front.
And what a tournament for Karolina Muchova. First time through to a Grand Slam final. She'd nearly been there, Australian Open a couple of years ago, of course, twice a quarter-finalist at Wimbledon, but now will be in the showpiece on Saturday. And what an incredible match that was. Full of quality, full of drama, and a fair few twists and turns as well. Saving the match point, winning an encounter that lasted 3 hours and 13 minutes.